All right, this is by request. A couple of students asked me to go over completing the square, and this is for the algebra review, basically. So let's go ahead and get started. And because I'm recovering from my pneumonia, I can't talk too much or I'll go into coughing fits. I'm going to skip a lot of the definitions behind this. Come see me in tutoring for more in-depth definition reasons. To start off with, when we do the completing the square, we want to get it into ax squared plus bx, that's an x, is equal to c. That's our starting off point. Now the directions on this is we're simply going to find c and complete the square. So this is an expression. We're not even doing a function. So all we got to do is just find c. So we're going to start off with b over 2 squared. So we know what to add to both sides of the equation. And basically we're just trying to get it into this form, x minus h squared. All right? So a perfect square. I take b, 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 squared is 81. So I'm going to add 81. And if it was here, I'd add 81 here on this side of the equation and 81 on that side. But since we're just working an expression, minus 18 plus 81. And of course that would be equal to 0 if we're solving. But we're just going to complete the square. This is a perfect square. What times what is equal to 81 when added together gives you negative 18. And that's going to be negative 9 and negative 9. So we have x minus 9 squared. That's all they're looking for based upon the instructions that was given to me. So let's go ahead and do this one. So here we go again. And we're just going to do that b over 2 squared to find what we're going to add to both sides. Well, b over 2 is just nothing more than 7 over 2 squared, which is equal to 49 over 4. I'm going to add that to both sides. X squared plus 7x. I don't have both sides. Plus 49 over 4. And if that was equal to 0, I would have had 49 over 4 on the other side. But usually not, because if it was equal to 0, we just solve it pretty fast. So this is nothing more than x plus, we take square root of that, what times what is equal to 49 over 4 when divided by 2 is equal to 7. And we just have 7 halves. 7 halves squared. All right? So that pretty much does that. Now for the next one. Instructions change a bit. Complete the square and write in vertex form. So we're not solving for x. That's a very key thing. We just want to get it into our a times x minus h squared plus k form, okay? And of course that's going to be function form, so we're going to put that in y or f of x or whatever you want to do. So let's get started. Well, we're not quite in our ax squared plus bx, so we've got to get this in our proper form. So we're going to have x squared minus 8x is equal to negative 12, all right? Because basically I subtracted 8x on both sides, subtracted 12 on both sides, and I got that. Then we do our b over 2 squared. So that's going to be 8 over 2, which is 4. 4 squared is 16. I'm going to add 16 to both sides. Okie doke. So I have x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 4. Yippee-yay. I square that. What times what is 16? So on, so on. It's a perfect square. So it's going to be x minus 4 squared is equal to 4. Get it in vertex form, we're going to do x minus 4 squared minus 4 is equal to y or f of x or whatever you want it to be. Okay? Now this means my vertex, this is my h and this is my k, so h is equal to 4, k is equal to negative 4, so my vertex is 4, negative 4. Alrighty. Next one. Boom. Now we get a little bit more complicated. The danger here is we have a leading coefficient that is not as 1. But at least we got it in good format. We got our ax squared plus bx equals to the 22 on the other side. You can have it on the other side if you want, but you got to watch your arithmetic when you do that. If you leave it on this side and then bring it over at the end, it makes it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and do this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my coefficient as 1. 2x squared minus 4x is equal to 22. Then I'm going to do my b over 2a, b over a squared. I keep thinking I'm going to find the vertex. We're supposed to, but I'm doing it using completing the square, not my vertex form. I didn't even make sense on that. Remember your negative b over 2a, you can find your x coordinate. We're not doing that method because it defeats the purpose of this exercise. So what I'm going to do here is I got 4 over 2, which is 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Okie doke. So 2, actually that's not true. I'm going to add 8 to both sides because look, 4x plus 4. There's my completed square, but this is 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So I added 8 to both sides, so that is 30. I complete the square. 2 times x minus 2 squared is equal to 30. Subtract 30 on both sides. Minus 30 is equal to, I'll go ahead and call it y, because we're working the function. We're not solving for the zeros. We're not solving for x. We just want to get it into our vertex form. So right here's my h, and here's my k. I have 2, negative 30 as my coordinates. Yippee-yay, smiley face, we are done. And I'll get this uploaded to YouTube in a few minutes, and then go recover from pneumonia.